morning.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Oh, yeah. Oh, please like and subscribe. Yeah. That good. Yeah. Ha, ha, ha.
-5 out, January 5th. Sometimes you guys ask when this is recorded. Always recorded 2 weeks ago. Unless it's one of those videos that I'm on vacation and I've thrown in extras. And every now and then I throw an extra on in the weekend. Why 2 weeks ago? Because I have to be able to upload them. I don't have internet or data that I can upload these 4K videos on the road. Ooh, got a hairpin here. Why not 1 week behind? Because sometimes I'm gone from home 2 weeks in a row. And I predict in the future there might be a week where I'm gone, or a run I'm gone 3 weekends in a row, and then we'll have to figure that out. At least they did a good job plowing this village or town, whatever this is. Where are we? We are in Winter Wonderland. We are on Highway 25 in Washington, northbound. Exactly where? I don't know. Wherever this hairpin is. Along the Columbia River somewhere. South of Kettle Falls, north of Davenport. Hunter's Market, Hunter's Bar and Grill, maybe Hunter's Campground, perhaps Hunter's Farm and Hardware. I think we're in Hunter's. Yeah, the first part of the morning, none of these roads were plowed, and that was painfully slow, and these cars kept coming, flying down the highway. In the middle of the highway, it's like, hey, you realize there's only 2 tracks on the road. We both have to slow right down and pass each other, nice and slow like. But here they come, just flying down the road and in the powder, and I'm almost forced into the ditch. So I turned on my wide load beacons. That slowed people down. You guys gotta slow down. We're gonna end up in a head-on collision. I can only move so far. I'm not going into the ditch. Of course, when I started, I left. Where did I sleep? Harrington? Oh, there's a Columbia River. Maybe it's Roosevelt Lake. Or both. It's both. So the dam is still that way. So yeah, it'll be both. River and lake combined. Yeah, I was stuck. I had to work my way back and forth. It snowed so hard overnight. And it was just solid black ice underneath the snow. Yeah, it's more grippy now than yesterday evening, because yesterday evening it was all black ice. Today it's grippy snow on top of the solid ice. But as long as the snow is here, we got some traction. I didn't have to chain up yesterday, but there were so many accidents. Yesterday evening, we were just crawling down I-90. And of course, I'm going to have to chain up today, 100%. Well, I said that about Snoqualmie, didn't I? But I'm pretty confident I have to chain up. We had this much snow. As soon as I get to the Canadian side, Patterson Hill, and down into Roslyn, and then back out a trail, I'm going to need chains there. I mean, I probably don't need them. I can get away without it. But the lights are going to be on. We'll see if I can get a hold of a couple of truck drivers before that and ask them. And if chain up is indeed on, I'm going to chain up here on the US side before we climb out of, is that Newport? There's a good climb there. I'm like, there's a good place to pull over there, side of the road, chain up. Mandatory chain ups on the Canadian side anyway, I might as well chain up on the US side. I did get asked another question. Why do truckers drive so fast and recklessly on icy roads? You'll see me passing a lot of people on icy roads. There are some people out there driving recklessly. But most of them, they just have a higher skill than you do. No, really. How many hours a day do you spend on this road? On an icy, snow-covered road? Most people spend less than an hour a day on this kind of road. I spend 11 to 13 hours a day on this kind of road. Day after day after day, I know exactly what this truck can do. I know the limitations of this truck, and I know my limitations. So when I think I'm driving nice and relaxed and easy, people think I'm driving very aggressively. It's like, oh, didn't realize I was driving aggressively. I was quite relaxed. No white knuckle driving here. I'm going slower than that already. Downhill is where you're gonna crash, most likely. More likely, anyway. It's downhill. All of a sudden you start sliding, you're gone. Uphill, you start sliding. You just take your foot off the throttle. The vehicle straightens right out. Oh yeah, sorry about yesterday's video. You heard me say, oh, and then halfway through it's like, no more shoulder cam. It corrupted the video file on the first half when it shut off. So, found a different cable to charge the camera with, and now it seems to be working good. Yeah, the shoulder cam isn't as good video as the hood cam, but it kind of gives you my perspective. I have it set right at eye level. And about 2 inches beside my head. Don't worry, if I hit a big bump and hit my head sideways, I would hit the side of the camera, and it's a nice big flat surface. Wouldn't hurt myself. It's probably more than 2 inches away anyway, isn't it? Yeah, it's more like 3 or 4 inches, but never hit it yet. Put my head against it just to see how I would hit it. Big flat surface. Now and then you can see the yellow line shining through. Sometimes I'm on my side of the road, other times I'm over the other side of the road. Remember how narrow these roads are over here when there's no snow? Feels like the roads are almost wider here because the snow-filled ditches give you this false sense of a wider road. Not much room for air over here. Man, the Columbia River looks beautiful and calm today. Hardly any traffic, that's nice. It's now 8:06 in the morning. Mailbox there and two vehicles. I bet you their driveway is to the right hand side, and it's probably up a steep climb there. We got here a deer in the middle of the road. Air horn works great for deer. Doesn't do a thing for other animals, but deer gets them to panic. Now be careful when you use it though. It might get them to panic and run onto the road if there's a bunch of deer. One got taken out over here not long ago. Honestly, I only saw half the deer there. I don't know where the other half is. Almost looked like the snowplow had hit the deer, so it might still be on the snowplow. Ugh. Their lane is pretty narrow there. He's going to be a little too close to me, I think. Make sure I can go as close to the shoulder as possible. turn. In the morning, so they just started the run, so it must be one of the first stops right there. Hand shoveling the mailbox out. Once again, my side's more clear than their side, so we'll go right to the edge as well as I can and slow down quite a bit. They need to slow down too. Ah, there's our snowplow. See if we can get past them or not. have a more clear lane than we do, so driving's going to be a little harder from here forward. But it'll still be faster than the plow. Now I've got to drive in the snow. Actually, they're pretty much equal now. Both wanting to run on the yellow line now. Yep, it'll definitely be slower going now. I've got to pretend every blind hills, every corner, it's got a vehicle coming over and around it. No lights on. Good way to die. drive down the middle of the highway. Some blue sky there. That is awesome. Hoping to get some clear skies and less snow would be nice. It'd give us a chance to get these roads cleared. Got another 2 months of this stuff. Hopefully only another 2 months. Sometimes March can surprise you. I guess at this point, I also have no tail lights. Driving on this kind of snow, I know those tail lights are going to be packed full of snow within half an hour of driving. So I just have to keep that in mind, that I don't have tail lights to warn people behind me. It's one of those roads, I'll clear them off, and then half an hour down the road they're completely clogged up again and you can't see them. At night, I'll stop every half hour and clear them. During the day, they can see me. And I've got the side marker lights, I actually shine backwards as well, and they seem to stay clear. It's just the rear tail lights that completely cover up. Actually, I had to slow down for that one. Entering Rice. R-I-C-E, Rice. All the cows lined up against the fence here. Looks like that's where the gate is, and the farmer comes through there with his tractor to feed them. Definitely skating around a bit over here. I am all the way on my side of the road, but the other lane is very narrow, so be careful. Oncoming, they might be in my lane. And now I'm in their lane. It goes back and forth like that. Go at a speed that I can shoot into my lane all the way if I need to. Hopefully they're doing the same thing. A lot of counter steering. Like, oh, sliding that way. Let's counter steer that. plow on the front. Alright, what's going on here? Parked on the shoulder on the other side, facing the wrong direction. Time around these corners. See where the yellow line is, and I've got to drive and break new ground. Felt my tires spinning a bit there. I'm like, okay, off the throttle, lock it up, back on the throttle. debating leaving them on or not. In theory, if I hit that side drift, having them locked up would force the truck to drive straighter. But it'll also make it harder doing corners. Yeah, it might surprise you guys how often I have to shovel snow. Got a 53-foot driveway I have to shovel every morning. Could I just leave it on there and the wind will blow it off? Sure, done that. Regretted it. Wind blows off most of it and leaves a little layer there on the deck, and the little layer turns into solid ice, and now you've got an ice rink on the deck that you've got to walk around on and put a load on, and the load wants to slide around. Aluminum deck, so no salting the deck. Super Bees with a wooden deck, you just throw a little salt on them, but not these aluminum decks. I should get some sand. I should get a bag of sand. That'd be a good idea. Spread some sand on the deck and the sun would warm the deck up and melt the ice a little bit. Not like beach sand. Darker gravel type of sand. Wonder where a guy would get something like that. I like the idea. Have to get it in the summer, make sure it's completely dried out, or else in the winter it would be a block of solid ice. love right after a good snowfall, all the trees still have snow in them. Even the naked trees have snow in them. Nice of them to slow down nicely. That was well done. Narrow bridge? Don't worry, the whole road is narrow. Yeah, I think we just treat this as a one-way bridge right now. Drive into the drift again. Glad I fueled up in Ritzville. I'm like, yeah, I think I could make the Canadian border. Pretty sure. But the amount of snow I'm pushing, I would be risking it. Hey, I think we're in Kettle Falls. Don't really go through Kettle Falls over here. Kettle Falls is all kind of to our right. And I believe Sutco actually has a yard over here, right where the pickup crossed, on the right hand side there. Somewhere is a Sutco yard. Sutco's part of that right over there.
Number 5, thank you.
Don't know what they were talking about. I have it on so I can hear any adverse weather. Anything I need to know about. See if the scale's open. Scale's closed, we can just go straight across. Scale's open, we gotta make a right-hand turn. Don't see any light lit up at the scale, so. Across we go. Border crossing, 40 miles ahead. No engine brakes. Slowing the truck down. My trailer brakes are locking up. It's like, come on now. I feel some rumble strips, so I must be over the center line. I heard someone calling them delinears. Like, keeps talking about delinears. Watching him, like, every time he talks about delinears, he hit the rumble strips. So I'm assuming something somewhere in the U.S. they call them that. We call them rumble strips. Thanks, Milo. So basically, the whole video we followed Lake Roosevelt. Beautiful drive. In fact, anywhere along the Columbia River is a beautiful drive. I know somebody commented in comments that their plan is to drive the Columbia River from the source all the way to the ocean and I'm in. That's exactly what I want to do. The river starts near Radium Hot Springs and then goes way up north to Revelstoke. Or through Golden, then Revelstoke comes back down this way. It has a unique path. Someday we're going to follow the whole river. Record the ride. I know there's lots of corners here, so I'm just taking it nice and easy. Well, guys, I think I should call it a day. Thank you guys for making it to the end of the video. Can't ask for more than that. Then there's bonus points for those people that hit that thumbs up. A whole bunch of bonus points for those people that commented and asked me a question or told me a story. Anything. And these long videos, sometimes the best thing to do is comment as you're watching the video. It's like, hey, I got something to say about that. Just put the timestamp in, say what you wanted to say about it, and then continue watching the video. It's like, oh, okay, I got another question. Put a timestamp in there and ask another question. It's pretty much impossible for me to answer your question unless you put a timestamp. If it's related, if the question's related to the video, put in the timestamp. All you have to do is type in the the minute and then dot and the second, or dot and the seconds, and then a space, and it'll make a timestamp, and I can click on that and watch the video and go, oh yeah, I remember what I was doing there. And thank you to all the new subscribers showing up. A lot of you guys are commenting as well. Really appreciate it. And of course, the biggest shout out goes to the people you'll see at the end in the credits here. You guys have hit that join button on the bottom and are paying one of the 3 tiers, starting at 99 cents Canadian a day. Up to 25 bucks Canadian a month. A month, not a day. 99 cents a month. I think I said day. Maybe I said month, I don't know. You want your name on the screen? Click that join button. Or if you guys just want to help me monetarily, hit that join button. Super would appreciate that. I am out of here though. You guys rock.
This video is brought to you in part by the letter C and these YouTube members. Cookie starts with C. What other things start with C? Oh, who cares what other things? C is for cookie, and that's good enough for me. Thanks for watching. Nom, 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 nom.
Thank you.